Right. Today, guys, I'm with Abi from Strong Vibes in Windsor. Tell us a bit about yourself then, Abi. Who are you?
So we are a boutique fitness studio in the centre of town. We cater for all abilities, especially those maybe not so comfortable in, one of those big mainstream gyms. I kind of like to pride ourselves on being a little bit more personal, a little bit more intimate. Our classes are really small, so you're with the trainer constantly. You're less likely to get injured because we're kind of you're watching your technique and all bits and bobs like that. We find that people kind of excel quite quickly as well, especially if you can commit to a few a week. But yeah, as much as we are a fitness studio, I will always first and foremost say I think we're a little bit of a community hub as well, because all our clients are so lovely. They are so wonderful.
Well, you are above a pub, aren't you? I mean, let's face
Yeah, we've got nothing to do with that pub, I promise you. Although there has been the odd occasion where, we've had to
They're
continue our
going, shall I go
conversation.
upstairs or turn left? What should I do?
Yeah, there's very much a pull as you enter that. Yeah, I think the men downstairs quite like watching the lovely ladies coming upstairs. Well, obviously, there are men up here too, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's quite often a few men that pretend that they think we're the toilet and they come up and I
Oh,
say,
that old
no, no, no,
chestnut. That old
downstairs.
chestnut. So, what are
Yeah.
you passionate about, Abby? Why? Why did you get involved in this world?
I would very much say that I'm passionate about, making people feel good about themselves. You are obviously coming here to do a workout, but at the end of the day, I want you to leave here feeling really good about yourself, feeling confident. Feel like you've come and you've done something with purpose. We chat and we catch up, and it's nice to see when you're saying the same faces each week and stuff. But my favorite thing is when I have someone join who isn't a proper gym goer, and actually by accident they fall into being a gym goer because they come very regularly, and not only has their confidence massively grown, they've potentially done really well for themselves and lost some weight, because what we do here is actually quite good. But
Right.
also
Okay.
they've just exceeded themselves.
Yeah.
Like they've become confident, and some people go on to go to other gyms, and we sometimes we're their stepping stone. Other people we've had come for basically their whole life. So yeah,
No, well, that makes sense because I mean, I think people like that family thing, don't they?
yes,
You know what I mean?
that's
So it's
exactly
cozy.
what we
It's
are.
they're not exposing themselves to 1,000 eyes. I mean, you jokingly
No,
said about the blokes, but
absolutely.
people are conscious of that. And if they're coming into a small
Yeah,
space and there's only a few people there that they can
yeah,
trust, they're going to
absolutely.
try that a little bit harder. It helps them move forward, doesn't it? It helps them take that
Absolutely.
next step.
And everybody's so welcoming here. If you haven't got me saying hello to you straight away, we've got a team of trainers that are so lovely. My mum has her business here, she's always around. There's always a friendly face. So I know I've had feedback in the past where somebody has said, they've taken the plunge and joined here thinking, oh God, I'm like really, really nervous. And they said they've come through the door straight away. I'm going, hiya, nice to meet you. I've known their name because obviously we've got the system to tell us all those details, and it says that they're new and we can welcome them. And shove your stuff in here, come on in, like let's get going. This is so and so, this is so and so, and already their confidence is up so that they can apply themselves to the workout nicer. So yeah, it's just a lovely place to hang out. Sometimes
Yeah.
I
So
forget
I
that I'm
mean,
at work.
my next question was like, well, what can you suggest a quick win for viewers? But do you take a personal approach to that form filling? Like in some places, they might say, here's the board, fill it in, come back to the desk. I mean, do you sit down with them and talk them through it? Is that the way you do it?
We don't. No, we're very casual. We obviously I can see straight away kind of what they're after.
Yeah.
I'll have if they're new, I'll have a discussion with them in, what you after, and because the classes are so small, we can sort of chat as you go along, and I can find
Yeah.
out obviously what they're after. People like to let you know anyway, oh, I've got a holiday in 6 months and I want to train for that, or my daughter's getting married, or my son's getting married, or whatever. But yeah, or you could sort of sense, oh, they're very nervous. Let's just
Yeah.
let them get on with the workout, and we'll unwind them as they start to come a little bit more. But yeah, we'll just see what people are after, obviously, when they come
Yeah.
in.
No, it's a nice,
Everybody's
friendly way
different.
of doing things.
Like you
So
say,
what's been
per
your
company.
journey to this point? How did what from you being younger to being here now? What was that? What does that look like?
So I completely fell into fitness, really. My background is ballet, so I've danced since I was 2, went all through vocational school, and as I came out of the company, I decided that I'd like to go into teaching. So I did all my teaching qualifications for that. But you're very limited in where you can sort of work, and how obviously there's only 7 days of the week, and there's only 5 days where you can do an after school club. So alongside doing that, you do find that dance teachers will do other bits and bobs as well, and the natural progression was obviously to kind of keep it within fitness. So my mum actually joined Strong Vibes, I think quite soon after it opened, and she said to me, you should come and join it, it's really nice, the lady's lovely, and it'll be a way for me to keep fit, try and keep my fitness as to what it was when I was dancing. And the lovely lady that owned it said to me, oh, actually, we've got a position going as a trainer, would you be interested? So absolutely brilliant. I used to work here in the mornings, and then I would go off and do my teaching in the afternoon. So it was perfect. It really complemented what I was already doing, and I could pick up extra shifts, obviously, when the others weren't around and whatnot. And then it got to the point where the lady that owned it, her work was becoming more demanding, and she felt like Strong Vibes couldn't really continue to run itself. She needed somebody to take, obviously, on more of that role. I think she jokingly said one day, like, oh, come on, hurry up, when are you going to buy Strong Vibes off of me? And I thought, hang on a minute, didn't realize that was an option. So yeah, sort of put my head together with my family and said, obviously, what should I do? Yeah. And just went for it, absolutely plunged in. So Strong Vibes got itself through a recession. I knew all the changes that I wanted to make straight away from obviously being here as a trainer. So I sort of stepped into that role as owner, and then just went and like made all the changes that I knew I needed to make. And we've just gone from there. So
brilliant.
And
well
then
done you.
so
well
be it.
Done you.
Obviously, we've managed to get through that pandemic, which, can I add, is all thanks to the absolute loyalty of our amazing clients. The fact that none of them, they were all there, like, come on, Abs, we'll support you. We set up bits, like, obviously, we went virtual straight away.
Yeah.
All thanks to my husband, who was like, oh, you just go virtual. Well, to me, obviously, I was like, oh my God, I'm not a techie at all. I don't know what that means. And he was just like, oh, you just do this, this, and this. You heard of Zoom? I was like, so yeah, thanks to him being super cool and calm, we went virtual on that Saturday before any other gym had around this area anyway, and then obviously went into full lockdown on the Monday. So thankfully we were one step ahead of the game. Everybody, I was holding everyone's hand, all my lovely older ladies who again are like me, not very techie, going, what's Zoom? And I'm like, you just do this and you just do this. just squat everybody. So we got through it. We even put on classes like coffee and a chat, where we had so many clients isolating alone. We would log on, do a workout, and then we'd all sit and chat for half an hour. And
brilliant.
We just got each other, really. So I am so grateful to everybody. And
do you still do that? Do you still have a Zoom element?
Yes. I mean, that was a door that we didn't know existed. Like that was a whole branch of Strong Vibes that we didn't know was, and now is. So as well as coming in now, because we're allowed to open back up, we've still got a virtual timetable very much running, which we have clients who are virtual all the time. I have a couple of people that have moved abroad, moved away, and they've kept up their membership.
And they stay with it.
Yeah. So how wonderful! How lucky are we?
Well, I was going to ask you. Sorry, I was going to ask the next question about 3 case studies of relating to blokes or whoever who've had success through the process. Don't have to be blokes. I mean, it's that general sort of but that's a great one, isn't it? The whole virtual thing, the whole moving to that, and that's a.
I mean, I think about it and think.
So give me 2 more then. Give me 2 more.
So I mean, pretty much most of our clients that come through the door will leave as a success story in whether that's a confidence thing or a physical thing. I mean, when you can commit to our classes, your body has no choice but to change. So it will change. If you can, it will maneuver. So I had a lovely lady join just at the beginning of the year who had moved out of London from the pandemic. a lot of people I think have come out of the city now, haven't they?
Uh-huh.
And she was like, oh my God, it's great. You know, this is such a cute little community hub. And, you know, I can get fit at the same time, drop the kids off. She shoots in, she shoots out. And she has got fitter and fitter and fitter and fitter and fitter. So, yeah, I mean, she now, the fact that our classes are only half an hour, sort of 20 to 25
Right.
minutes long, you can dash in, do your job, and you're out. So
Right.
if you've got a busy timetable, it fits in perfectly. Yeah, so I mean, she's a great one. And then I've got clients who have been here before I owned it, maybe even were here before I started working here, who one person comes to mind straight away, one of my most loyal clients, Joanne Donnelly. There's a lot of illness in her family where they've actually proved that if they can work out, use the power plate for the medical benefits, it can actually put off things like deep vein thrombosis. You know, Alzheimer's is a massive one for exercise. Even menopause now, they're really starting to prove. I know our nutritionalist Gemma, she's really pushing, obviously, working out, you know, weight training, especially for women over the age of 50. I mean, Jo is mega fit. So yeah, I love it. I love it. You can see my clients out in the street. Yeah. Just think, God, you've got no idea how fit that person is. My favourite thing is when we have an outdoor cyclist, can be, you know, an Ironman, whatever. Wonderful trophies that they've scored. They'll come and do one of our indoor cycling classes, and they'll say, God, your spin instructor's good. He's got me sweating. He's really sweating. And I say to them, two chaps come to mind. I won't mention their names, but very fit men. I think one of them was third Ironman number 3 or something in his age category. So he was big chap, this guy, and could own the room while spinning. Couldn't do a perfect squat in power plate. You might be good on that,
whatever that means,
but you are not good in here. So power plate is not for the faint-hearted, especially if you've got a ballerina teaching the class, because I'm going to pull you up. So
you're sorting out these Iron Men. Well done on you. Well done.
We can sieve out the men from the boys.
I mean, you did say you can rattle on, and I can rattle on. So I think we've done our 10 minutes now. So how about, Abi, tell us how people can find you.
So obviously we've got a wonderful website, www.strongvibes.co.uk. We are also on Facebook and Instagram, Strong Vibes Windsor. Our telephone number is 01753 858 357, and the email is info@strongvibes.co.uk. Or you
location?
We are central Windsor, just above the Windsor Acre. Sorry, I've got to stop calling it that. Right on Bachelor's Acre, Victoria.
Right. Okay, so people can park at Victoria Street and waddle on down.
Yeah. We've got the library behind us. We've got Bachelor's Acre parking along the front, and obviously Sheep Street and stuff. So there's plenty of parking here. Or even if you live on the estate, you can just walk around. That's your warm-up done.
Exactly. Yeah. All that walking. Well done. Nice to chat to you, Abi. That was really good.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for having me.
That's all right. So you take care.
Bye. Thank you.
Did that hit him? Oh.